Episode 13?
13.
All right.
Keep that there. Oh, I am.
What's up, everyone? Episode 13 of the Coach Potatoes. I got that right?
We're back.
I got that right.
Updated logo and everything. Although,
Is it going to be up?
I don't know. We
We have an updated logo so that we look like potatoes and not eggs. But I like it as it is. And maybe we also get a red couch. The logo is very misleading. We are not potatoes. Anyway, we're going to get started with...
Is it misleading? That's misleading?
Yeah.
We do need to get a red couch, though, for the match. You need to step up your game on that. We needed the potato suits. That's what
We do need the potato suits. That would have been a big thing.
We need to get the t-shirts.
And we need to get t-shirts. Anyway, after we talk about what we need, what you need is nice helping of potatoes. But you're going to get a nice helping of mashed potatoes, yes.
Hey!
This segment is coming back because it was a good idea because I thought of it. So, bam. What's our first headline?
Josh Donaldson signed a 1-year deal, $23 million with the Braves. I like the signing. I think they were probably a player short. They were really young last year, and he didn't have his greatest year, but he has all the talent in the world. So I do like the signing. I mean, it's 1 year. You see what he does, and you add another veteran to basically a team that had Inciarte and Freeman as your veterans, and the rest were just basically. I mean, Swanson's year 2? Yeah. Albies is a rookie. Acuna's a rookie. So I like the signing a lot. I think the division in general will be better, except for the Marlins, because they're just going to be just ass forever. But pretty much, if anything, it just makes the Braves better. I don't see them getting worse on it, so they'll be even more dangerous than they were this year. I agree. They were super young, and I think lack of veteran leadership kind of hindered them in the playoffs a little bit. So Donaldson's a big bat. Might have overpaid for him a little bit. $23 million for 1 year, a little steep, but overall, like the signing. No salary cap in baseball, though, so you got to expect those to be there. So, what position does Donaldson play?
Pitcher.
Nailed it.
I thought if I was confident, and if I was right, you'd be like, wow, he knows his shit.
You got the finger snap in there, too. Pitcher. So
I like how their motto is, my motto for life. Ask for life.
Ask for life? Is that your motto? That's your motto?
Because I'm rocking the ask for life.
I don't even get what ask for life means as a motto.
I got to ask for life.
Okay. Hey, ask for life. Heard you first. Who doesn't have ass for life? Everyone has an ass.
My better.
True that. That has a great ass. Other than that, Kyle Korver got traded today to the Jazz from the Cavs. That man, the traveling man, he's all over. He's really made a career of just not playing D. He just hits threes. Normally they say like D and 3 in the NBA. He doesn't play D and 3. He just hits threes. But
D and 3?
Normally they have players in the NBA that play defense and hit threes. That's like kind of their gig. But Bruce Bowen. Yeah, he doesn't really play defense. He just hits threes. So yeah. Well, good signing. Jazz are a decent team. Another veteran. And yeah, he just reigns it from 3. So. I'm sure he's happy because Cleveland fucking sucks. After LeBron left, so boom, boom. At least Utah has a chance. I mean, they are in the West, which is tough, but they at least have a chance with Donovan Mitchell and the other people they have. So
that headline there: LeBron James at fault for the Cavs' demise, and I was like, well, yeah, he left. I don't know what else to say there.
Next topic. So there's a new rating system for NCAA men's basketball for the postseason here for March Madness. In that new system, granted the headline was from before Ohio State lost. Ohio State was ranked number 1 in that system. The fuck? It's already preliminary stages for this system, and it's already ass. If that's what's going to come out of it, dump ass Ohio State. It was number 16. Yeah, 16 in the AP is ranked number 1 in this one. That's dumb. That is dumb. You watch Duke? Holy shit. That's true. So Duke has looked really good, and obviously there's the whole seeing them in person versus seeing them on paper. And I think Duke's one of the teams that is equally as good when you watch them as they are. Yeah, I don't care what you're watching them on.
Even if it's against Gonzaga.
I will say this, yes, Gonzaga looks good. They did lose to Gonzaga, and Gonzaga probably doesn't have probably at least their second best player because Tilly is their best shooter, and he wasn't playing either. So Gonzaga could be dangerous. So it's called the Net. I want to look it up real quick. Is what they're calling it. Mm-hmm. The NCAA Evaluation Tool Ranking. It basically it's an algorithm set up to reward teams who beat other good teams, results-oriented component of the net. It takes game results, and the factors are opponent, location, and the winner to get a team value index score.
And Duke, who shit on number 4 Kentucky by 40 points, was the number 1.
And then they do
Oh my god.
net efficiency, which is offensive efficiency minus defensive efficiency. You get those by throw goal attempts minus rebounds, turnovers, and then free throw percentage. Then it takes your winning percentage, your wins divided by total games, obviously, and then your adjusted winning percentage, which is you get 0.14 if you win on the road. Well, you get 1.4. You get 1 if it's a neutral win, and then you get 0.6 if you're home. So they adjust it based on where you play the games. And they basically all those factors equal this new net, and that's where basically they put it says here that you can put in 4 quadrants. But yeah, so the new came out of Ohio State number 1. I think they're going to need to
tweak it,
figure something out. I'm not going to sit here and say I've watched Ohio State play or seen any of their schedule, but I have a tough time believing that the 16th ranked team comes out number 1.
Especially after Duke turds on. Well, Kentucky was number 2 at the time. I flipped those.
Yeah.
Duke was 4, Kentucky was 2, and they turned on by 40.
Or even at that, how is Gonzaga not number 1, who then also beat Duke?
Yeah.
You're saying on the new system?
Yeah.
Because they are number 1.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How is Gonzaga not in the new system? Because they went through and they beat Duke, who was number 1 when they beat them. And
without their best player.
Yeah. And then, obviously, Arizona's not ranked, but that's a good win for an early season win. They beat Duke beat Auburn and Kentucky, and they beat them, so you should see those, like, how it would work. So, yeah. They'll have to figure something out. I don't think replacing the RPI is a bad idea, but this ain't it yet.
Yeah, not achieving the goal.
I mean, we were talking about a little bit before, but what's so bad about the RPI? Because it seems like they're pretty on point right now.
I mean, I think so. It's better than nothing, I think, is what the RPI is. I just think it could be better. It's kind of like the things where, like, each year there's, like, a new stat. So, I think one of the best stats in sports is the WAR in baseball, which is, I don't know if you know this, but it's wins above replacement. So, basically, it takes a player and says if you replace that player with an average player who also plays that position, how many wins would your team gain or lose based on that?
Based on him being replaced.
So, basically,
by a subpar person.
Correct. So, like, you know who Aaron Judge is.
Yes.
If Aaron Judge had a WAR of, like, 6, that means that him versus an average player that plays right field, which is what he plays, he's going to give a team automatically 6 more wins. That's how much better he is than the average person playing that position, just by himself. So that's one of the best stats. I think that's what they're trying to do here. And the WAR is, like, it's like an insane equation to figure that out. So I think that's what they're trying to do here. They just haven't figured it out yet.
They need to talk to the MLB statisticians and figure that one out. But, alright, we'll see what happens with the rest of the way. Next one, Mac Brown. Making his return to college football.
Isn't he going to North Carolina? Isn't he almost like 70? I think he's like 68 or something. I saw.
He looked like he was 70 when we were growing up. And he was coaching Texas. So, we'll see. I mean, obviously, hey, good move, bold move. We'll see what he does. Then, next one, the subtle one, Jeopardy, good old American game show, takes a subtle jab at the good old Detroit Lions for being Super Bowl-less throughout their whole history. The question was like, this NFC North team has yet to win a Super Bowl and hasn't been to one or something along those lines. And it was just like, ouch. Damn, Alex. Turn it down a little bit, buddy. That was pretty entertaining.
They did suck. They did suck. It was funny because we'll get to them in a second, but they were showing because the Browns won this past week, and it was like all the horrible streaks that they've ended this year. Yeah. Like all of them were cruising hell with the Lions. There's a lot of teams that don't have Super Bowls, but the Lions are probably up there for how long they've been around and still have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they just sucked for so long. They had those couple of good years when Megatron was there, and Stafford was kind of first up and coming, and he was slinging it.
I've been a Rams fan since mid 2000s, and my only grain of salt that I had when we were just absolute booty butt shit was that we weren't as bad as the Lions. That's saying something because the Rams were garbage. We were 1-15 one year. But the Lions decided not to win a game. So
thanks, guys. That's gotta suck that you endured your team going 1-15 for a year and still to get the number 1 pick. That's the worst luck. If I'm going 1-15, I better get the number 1 pick. That's my only solace.
Yeah. Lions were like, joke's on you, partner. I'm coming in.
It might have not been the exact year, but we were shit when they were shittier than they are now.
Yeah.
So we were always vying for that number one spot. But yeah, that Jeopardy question. Who should you watch every week? I already fucked that up. Who are the coach potatoes?
What is
It's a
someone you should
statement.
watch every
It's
week?
not a because it's not a question. It's a statement, and then
Correct.
your answer.
Yeah.
Next.
that was
We're putting our podcast in jeopardy to do that.
that was a tough 15-second segment to get through there. Last one in the mashed potatoes.
Two more.
There's two more?
Yep. Two people.
Baker.
We had two kerfuffles.
Oh, that's
We've
right.
got Baker and Hugh.
All right, so let's go there. Baker takes a jab at good old Mr. Hugh Jackson.
Talking about Baker.
Yeah, for going to a team in his division. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of Baker Mayfield. I don't necessarily think he's wrong about this one.
So-
the man was fired. He sucked ass.
I feel one of two ways. One, you got to get a job where you can get it. Two, it's a different. So people are saying like, oh, he's got to get a job. He can take like, let's relax. He's made millions of dollars. Like he could take 3 months off, get a job somewhere else.
And he's still getting paid since he was
Yeah.
fired by the Browns.
And then he was fired. And then people were like, well, it's not his fault he got fired, but it was like literally his fault.
Oh, yeah,
He got fired. It's like,
I think I saw he was making more money from the Browns that game than he was from the Bengals.
I mean, it makes
like that
sense
thing I-
because as shitty as he did, I'm sure they would have. Shut up, computer. I'm sure they would have offered him less, but they still offered him a job.
it was just like the thing I said you were like, just said, Hugh finally helped the Browns win a game. He's really on the fucking thing. But yeah, I'm with Big. Obviously, we don't know what happened behind closed doors, but
You do because it was on Hard. Hugh Jackson pretty much said, "Congratulations, Baker, you won the second spot. Here you go. You're behind Tyrod."
well, in his defense, Tyrod, according to you, was a playoff winning quarterback. So
I know. I agree with that. You know, he might have looked at he was the first QB taken, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm some hot shit. I'm gonna start." Then he sees Donald starting, and he sees his team playing with him on the bench. Maybe he got a little sour grapes there. First of all, I have said it multiple times. Shit. I have said it multiple times. If I had a rookie QB, I would love for them to sit, learn behind the vet, go in. Donald played, sucking ass. Baker should have seen that and been like, maybe I'll benefit from this. But from what it sounds like, he had a little grudge against Jackson for not starting him. And shocker, Browns aren't good. But the thing is, Browns were shit before Baker. They're going to be shit with Baker. They're going to be shit after Baker.
At least we've acknowledged this.
Yes.
are they?
Are they not?
Yeah, well, to be fair, Browns are a few plays away from having at least a 500 record.
And their defense is going to be good.
Under Hugh Jackson. Isn't this the first game without him?
Yes.
Granted, they
They
won,
lost the best
but
they've
we got to see. We got to see what they do going forward.
That's fair. But I think their defense is very good.
Under Hugh Jackson, they beat the Falcons,
I think
which I think was their biggest win in years.
That's not necessarily.
Miles Garrett.
Fair point, but
Miles Garrett, going back to our topic last week of can't-miss defensive ends, he's fucking incredible.
He's doing well. He's doing really well.
So if Baker is just somewhat decent, they have good wide receiver weapons. They got rid of Gordon, but they have Landry, they have Callaway, they have guys that look good. They have like 18 running backs that they play. So I like the Browns. I like Njoku. The problem is going to be is that are they better than the Steelers right now? No. But at this point in the
they're
season,
the fourth.
am I shocked if they beat the Ravens or the Bengals, who they just actually beat? No.
Yes. I would be shocked if they beat the Ravens.
I don't think the Ravens look that good. Lamar Jackson's look like dumb.
Shocker!
Browns aren't.
Baker's look better than
Like
Lamar
that.
Jackson.
I'll give you that, but
Yeah,
as a
Baker
team as a
actually hold the
whole,
ball.
So let's put it this way: the Browns obviously they're still missing some pieces. I think they need more help. They're going to need help on secondary, but their defense has been good. They play good at home. Baker in the second year. As of right now, I wouldn't be shocked if the Browns finish second in the division next year.
I think they're on the right path.
that's a head scratcher.
The Bengals are just not good. The Red Rocket is not good. I don't care. Red Rifle, Red Rocket,
He's
Yeah.
ginger.
Anyway,
but
alright.
Well,
Let's
just
move it. Let's move it.
I
Next
don't
topic.
agree with Baker. That's all.
Next topic. So last one before we just jump into the in-depth NFL stuff. fight breaks out in the Jaguars-Bills game. Leonard Fournette gets suspended for throwing punch. He only got suspended one game. I mean, it's nothing crazy.
They're not gonna make the playoffs anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean the Jaguars are fucking dumb.
Ray Rice beat his wife and only missed 2 games.
The worst part is that
Ouch!
they finally. Wow. Yeah.
Ray
The
Rice-
NFL has never been about justice. Let's get that.
Well, no, that's
For-
total sidebar there. Anyway, I mean, it was fucking stupid. The play that even caused it was dumb. It was like a tie up basically between the corner and the receiver at like the 1, and like kind of like a 50-50 ball. And they were wrestling over who had the ball. And then the players were coming over trying to pick up the other ones, and they started shoving and whatever. Everybody still has their helmets on, and all that stupid shit. And you're throwing punches.
I'll never get
What do you expect you're gonna do? What do you think is gonna happen? Think you're gonna knock them out? No, you're not. So it's just dumb. The whole thing was stupid, and it really kind of killed the Jaguars game because Fournette was having a pretty good game up until that point. He had like 10 or 12 carries for like 2 touchdowns, like 80 or 90 yards. He was shredding them, and then he does that, cost his team. So selfish, stupid move. And the Jaguars just blow anyway. So at the end of the day,
That's what I thought was hilarious. Like, Fournette and I forget the
Lawson, I think, was
Lawson.
the Bills guy.
they got in a fight, Bills and Jags, and everyone's like, oh, they got a. Who gives a shit? Bills and Jaguars.
Best part was that apparently Bills only have one fucking tunnel, so they had to try to take both of them out the same time.
yeah,
They were trying to fight again in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Like they immediately got there at the same time. Like really, you could just hold one for like 12 seconds, just like before we go to the tunnel.
Well, they're talking shit, and they're still slowly walking towards each other.
So just wait. Let me just wait.
that was just a mess. But what else would you expect in a Jackson Bills game? So
For someone to lose.
I think the Jags are just. The sad thing is that I think Fournette's not frustrated that he got suspended. He's frustrated that he's not going to finally get to play without fucking play portals. He's going to have to sit with them on sideline.
That's right, got Cody Kessler coming in there. So.
well,
I'm sure that didn't bring Derek Harrison out of town.
Bring up our score from last week.
all right.
Oh
That
my
concludes the
God.
mashed potato segment. Gets us through our rapid fire round. Now we'll take a look back at week 12.
God, again with the Jaguars.
I can. Their defense is balls.
They fucking beat.
Their
They beat the
offense.
Steelers and played the Patriots so tough last year. Like, with this exact team, how did they just
It was
go
the
from
AFC Championship
phenomenal
game.
to shit?
With Bortles.
Because their defense decided to blow dick.
I just think
And I saw a thing. They're scoring. They have the highest point per game differential of any team. They were scoring 8 less points a game than they were last year.
I honestly think that they're just so demoralized that Bortles sucks ass.
I agree. Which is still funny, though, because Jalen has not been demoralized.
Like,
Yeah, calling Josh Allen trash, and then he shreds y'all. Suck it, Jalen.
so if I'm the Jags defense, I'm just fucking not showing up until they sign Kaepernick. Because at this point, really, you're gonna make us walk out there with fucking Cody Kessler? Like, you just want us to suck?
You never know. Anyway, put
Like, I haven't seen Kaepernick play football in 2 years, but I would bet a shit ton of money that he's better than every quarterback on the Jaguars roster.
and Derek
I don't doubt that at all. At all, I don't doubt that.
call Jalen Ramsey Pharaoh Ramsey. He got put in the ground this past weekend.
I would fucking call Brett Favre and be like, hey, Brett, you want to come play for 6 games? You're going to be fucking better than anybody we have.
That was not a good one.
That was good.
That was not a good one. Travis get put in coffins. Not always in the ground.
In a tomb. I don't know. You put him away.
Just trade for fucking Teddy Bridgewater. Jesus. You're in my division. I want you to suck, but your defense is so good that you're just wasting it. It's just,
No, their defense is not so good.
again, I think it is good. I just think that they're like, they're like, oh, we held the Steelers to 20, but guess what? We scored 8 because we have fucking a 4-year-old quarterback. So they literally held the Steelers shut out for 3 quarters. They're like, oh, great, we only have 12 points. So yeah, fuck this. We'll see you later.
The Jaguars defense gets turned on every week.
They saw Earl Thomas get hurt playing hard. Like, yeah, fuck that. That's all I got. Once the other team scores a touchdown, they're like, oh, might as well give up because we're not going to play score touchdowns.
Like, well, all right.
Good day at the office, boys. Let's head home.
Okay. Let's go back to Thanksgiving. We have plenty of mashed potatoes. I know we will. Bears beat the Lions by 7.
Despite no Trubisky. That's just how bad the Lions are.
That's yeah, that was a
Chase
surprise.
Daniel looked
He
decent.
could do that. That's a surprise.
He managed the offense. I think he didn't play spectacularly, but he did exactly that. He just managed the ball. Didn't have any turnovers or anything, and defense got it done.
I think we all got that one right.
Me too. Cowboys beat the Redskins. What I will
I
say
think
is,
we also all got that one right, though, because Alex Smith got hurt.
yeah.
Yep.
People need to pull their jets on the fucking Cowboys. I don't know how many fucking videos I'm like, oh my god, Cowboys and Saints now, they have a chance, they're red hot. It's like, calm your shit.
So that's how the Cowboys.
Who the
That's how
fuck
it
are
is
they
with the Cowboys.
And we win a game. Like, oh, this is our year, baby. We're coming back. America's team.
We the boys, we the boys.
Yeah, it's like Zeke's throwing Dak in the Salvation Army thing. Okay, calm down. Like, calm down.
Here's a media QB. Have fun, Salvation Army.
To be fair, Zeke is looking quite good during this little stretch.
Oh yeah. Oh, top 3 running back.
I don't,
best
yeah,
running
I
back
don't
right
think
now.
that was ever with him.
Yeah, that's
the
never-
defense has been
never
good.
down.
Defense has been solid. What's his name?
I agree.
Van Der Esch, the rookie.
Late
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the Cowboys have also been fortunate that their division is also not as good as I think people thought.
It's
was
just
going to be.
ass.
The Redskins were good, then Smith got hurt, and then the Eagles have obviously not been as good as people thought they would
I've
be.
said that every
And the Giants are balls. They're so bad.
Good Lord. Anyway, Cowboys win. And they're out of the division now, right? For 6-5.
I think so.
Yep.
All right. Saints. Saints mopped up their Thanksgiving dinner kitchen floor with Falcons.
I think we all got that one.
Yeah, I mean the Saints, their offense just looks. It's just a well-oiled machine. You know, Breeze just slings it.
It's dirty, and you know what? They held the Falcons' offense. I'm sure you can talk shit about their defense all day. Held their offense to 17 points in a game that they were losing the whole time. So you have Matt Ryan slinging. That I think is fucking huge.
Well, the Saints have a great rushing defense. I think they're second behind the Bears in rushing defense, actually.
Great rushing defense.
Yeah, so they make you beat them through the air, which is similar to kind of how the Bears play, and teams just don't.
Yeah. If you know the pass is coming, it's a lot easier to defend, too. So if you would have been able to touch run, I think that was what we thought. I think the Falcons have been the Saints have been better than I think we all thought, and the Falcons have been more disappointing than we thought. It's just
That's for sure. Absolutely for sure. Which to begin the season, Atlanta was looking pretty decent.
They lost their first game to the Eagles.
It's like at least they were putting up points, and they looked like they were going to at least contend in basically every game.
Well, there was a point where they looked like, they were ready to at least make a run for the wild card, and then lose to the Browns.
You're fucking dominated by the Browns.
that should be a caveat to make the playoffs. I don't care if you go 15-1. If your one loss to the Browns, you're not in.
Next up, who's up? Who's the 5? All right, you're in.
So you're the last place wild card. You won our division. We're 15-1, coach. Down you go.
You get a -4 win for losing the Browns.
Oh, whatever. Okay, the game we talked about. Bills beat the Jags by a whole 3 points.
I just feel bad for anyone that had to watch that game.
Yeah.
Minus the fight. The fight was the most entertaining thing that happened.
It's
It
still
was
no
not
one
fun
got
to watch, and
it. Bills have Josh Allen back, so too little, too late. Even if they even can scrounge up a couple of more wins, they're in a division with Belichick and Brady. Sorry, you're never going to win.
That's how you knew
division.
That's how you knew how sad the game was. That if you wanted to watch just the best quarterback play you could possibly watch, you're rooting for Josh Allen to get on the field because you just didn't want to watch Bortles play.
he's so fucking bad.
No.
He
When teams don't have a QB, it's honestly just a sad train wreck. You're just like, oh, you guys suck. Oh.
Thankfully, there's no amazing receivers on the team because I feel bad when there's amazing receivers talents getting wasted with dumb quarterbacks.
It's like the Jags literally have Brucey from the longest yard.
Running the offense.
Did you? I think the only receiver I can name is Westbrook.
Yeah, D. Westbrook.
Yeah.
They have Marquise Listo, but he's hurt the year.
He's Listo for Bortles to be gone.
They have Keenan Cole.
Okay. American. Yeah. Wasn't he on the Titans?
Nope.
Who was he on?
Jags.
All right.
I think the Jags the whole time.
Okay. Well, nope. I guess I never heard of him. Anyway, next game, the Browns with Bengals.
Browns.
Instantly.
Laid it down to the Bengals.
Laid it down.
Yeah, they didn't. They
They
didn't
scored
beat
28
them.
points right away.
Yeah. Score got a little closer at the end than the game actually was. But, hey, Browns look good. Defense is young and it's stacked. Myles Garrett has been a fucking stud. He's got 10 or 11 sacks or something like that this year.
So they just
leaders in rushing.
what did they? I just wish there was if I ever just have a chance to just be GM a year, just We've been over this talking about last time. Just draft the defensive end. They're almost for sure going to be good.
Yep.
Miles Garrett, another just notch on that fucking theory's belt because he's just incredible.
Yep.
I literally can't think of the last like highly ranked defensive end that was shit. Even like Mario Williams, who like maybe wasn't as good as number one, but he still was phenomenal.
I love Mario Williams. No, I mean you probably could apply to be the GM. That's why they always suck. So go for it.
They were
interviewing
Condoleezza Rice. Like,
I feel like we're in the running. She has a little more experience than I do, and sure that.
your leading a football team experience is the same. Jack shit.
Wrong. We played Madden.
We're in an excellent franchise mode.
I'm in first place in fantasy, so I know the perfect formula for success.
I am not, and I don't either. Alright, anyway. Patriots beat the Jets in New York.
Yeah, what a surprise.
I mean, that's got to be nice to know that every time you play, you get 6 easy wins from your own fucking division. Good lord.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful day, guys. We're in the AFC East.
Worst case, they go 6-10 every year.
And
they still make the playoffs.
Yeah, because they won the fucking division. They're doing a fucking home playoff game because they get fourth and they win while going home.
Oh my god. I always think, remember last year when the Bills, they barely made that last wild card spot. We had this video of this dude like, I want Brady. I want the Patriots Bills fan. And I'm like, you ain't getting anywhere near Brady. You lost. Sorry.
Watch the 2 regular season games? You sure you want them?
It's like
a dump on your chest.
So that's like the worst quarterback in the AFC West would be the second best quarterback in the AFC East.
Who would be the worst?
Probably Carr.
Derek
Carr would be better than
Carr.
Tannehill, Peterman, Allen, and Darnold.
Peterman. Look, he's not on the team anymore.
Like you're just basically just.
I love Nathan Peterman. Look, why would you?
Tannehill is decent at best.
Do we get some fucking can that's retired or Nathan Peterman for 5 interceptions?
Literally just get a can.
I think Nathan Peterman coach. Put him in.
Just get a can, put it out there, just direct after the running back, it'd be better.
The center just gives a shotgun, just hikes it off and bounces off the can. Completion! Already more than Peterman. Got him. That's awesome. Okay. Eagles beat the Giants. I mean, honestly, that's a shocker to me because I think they're both very underwhelming.
Well, the Giants fucking pulled the ultimate choke job. They were up like 19-3, and they lose 22-25. It's like, God, Giants, you guys suck. And this is one where you just feel for like Saquon and just the year he's having, and just like, God, his team just blows.
Well, the thing is,
Barry Sanders, where he's just amazing running back on a shit team.
Yeah, Saquon, he's always going to look good, but unfortunately, it's QB. It's going to win you games.
Yeah.
And they don't have one.
Sorry, Eli was the first quarterback to start and win 100 games for a franchise and also start and lose 100 games for a franchise.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with the Eagles when I was watching that is that they said that like Wentz isn't like running at all, and like not that he's like Mike Vick. I know, but he was mobile before where he would run for first downs, and now he's like why is he get hit? And then that opened up the offense for him because people were afraid of him running, and as he got in the pocket, he'd have linebackers running after him and just open up lanes, and now they know he's not going to run because he doesn't want to get hurt again. And I think that's what really hurt him because
they also know they're not going to run because they want to run again.
True that.
But yeah, exactly. I mean, they're easier to beat when you know they're just going to throw it. Buccaneers clean the Niners. Clacks 27-9. I have nothing to say about this. They both suck and they're both not going anywhere.
I think the Bucs have the number 1 rated offense, or maybe second to New Orleans, but
they have for yards,
yeah,
like points.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like they have the number 1 yard per game offense.
It was like the one game. It was one game like last week. Did Fitzpatrick play last week?
This past week was Winston.
But the week before that, I think was Fitzpatrick. And they broke the record for like most yards in a game without scoring a touchdown because they would get all the way down the red zone and like fumble it.
That's a great stat.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bucks win again. You got the Falcons.
The Niners are basically just waiting until next year now because
Oh yeah.
I mean, Garoppolo got hurt. And McKinnon got hurt. Like
so early too. You kind of feel bad for them, but
although it's kind of worked out because Breida's turned out to be pretty good. So they're gonna have McKinnon and Breida next year with Garoppolo. Goodwin's a pretty good receiver.
Yeah.
They just are unfortunately they're gonna play
Kittle. Kittle is pretty good here.
Kittle, yep. They're just unfortunately going to play in the division where the Rams play, and the Rams are probably going to be good for a little bit.
A little bit from the decades of shit I've gone through. Better be a lot more.
1 to 2 years.
Decades of shit you've gone through. Your team's won a Super Bowl more recently than you did, than I have.
True that.
But you have gone to a Super Bowl more recent than we have.
No, we haven't. We lost. Oh,
Him.
We have.
Not you. You blow.
so last Super Bowl we were in, we played you and lost.
All right, next game. Speaking of my division, Seahawks eke it out against the Panthers. Fuck Panthers! You couldn't do one thing for me. I pick you every game. You couldn't beat the one team I needed you to beat. God damn.
I don't think you're in need to worry about losing.
But we would have clinched it at this week had
So
it
who
lost.
are you playing this week?
Lions.
Okay, you're gonna clinch it.
I'm just saying, it would have been the first time they said something about since the Super Bowl era or whatever, the earliest someone's clinched a division in, well, the earliest there. That would have been really awesome.
So they're still trying to put it together.
Yeah, they're scary. They're scary.
Defense is playing solid, and their offense is moving.
Literally, them and the Packers are the two teams I don't want to fucking see in the playoffs. Seahawks always play us
You don't have to
close.
worry about the Packers.
Seahawks always play us close, and I don't care how good Green Bay is doing, Rodgers is always scary. Always scary.
Packers still have a chance because they've got a pretty cake schedule. I think their last 5 games,
Other than the Bears.
They would be-
other than the Bears, who they do get at home. And the Packers do play better at home, so obviously they're going to need some help because I don't know the whole Walker situation, but they'd have to basically beat out the Panthers
They would,
and the
no.
Seahawks because I don't think they're going to beat out the Bears for the division. Either the Vikings or the Bears are basically going to win the division, and whoever doesn't, I think, is going to make the wild card. So you're basically fighting out all the other, mainly the Panthers and Seahawks for that other wild card spot.
If the Seahawks keep going the way they are, that's going to be tough to take them out.
Panthers, Seahawks. I think you're going to see Redskins fall by the wayside. I don't think they're going to be a factor.
Yeah, I think they're going to start tailing off.
So, Seahawks beat the Panthers in Carolina. That's pretty devastating for them. But hey, that helps the Packers, actually. Alrighty. Ravens beat the Raiders. Shocker. The second most shocking thing I've seen here.
The Raiders suck.
What do you think?
The Raiders are just bad.
They're going for that number 1 pick. You got to now.
You know what I saw? It was like the. I think that it's like them, the Cardinals, and the Niners. I think like all three are like 2-9 or something like that. And like, but yet they still have not mathematically been eliminated from the playoffs. Wow.
They haven't. Well, because at least for that last spot, I think the person that has it now is the Redskins at 6-5.
Yeah.
Because they just got booted out at the top. So, they could. So long as every other of those teams doesn't win another game.
I think the Vikings might be in it at the 6-4-1.
I want to say they're the first wild card.
Or are they giving them no? Seattle is the first wild card.
But they're 6 and something too.
Are they? I thought they were 7. No. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I guess I can't think of it off the top of my head. I thought Chris Warren saw the Vikings and the Redskins are the 2 wild cards right now. I could be wrong.
Probably.
I can't think of the other. Yeah, because
Well, one of
it was
them has gotta
literally
be there.
Panthers.
Like all 6 and 5.
Yeah, a bunch of them. But anyway. Raiders blow. Next game, Chargers blew out the Cardinals. That's another shocker. Wow.
So they were down 10-0, and then they fucking rattled off 45 straight points. Yeah. Was it Rivers set a completion record? 25 straight completions. Fairly impressive.
Rivers is dirty. You know what? I'll be honest. I slept on them too. Not only was I the other LA team, and I kind of wanted
Did you
to
pick the Chargers to win the division?
I don't remember. I did.
Sleeping on them.
I slept on them because they didn't start off too high. But they're going crazy.
The problem is that Melvin Gordon was already somewhat injured before that game, and he didn't need to play against the Cardinals. And then now they're going to lose him for 2 to 4 weeks because they played him.
Not good
That
for
is
Bill's
pretty
fantasy
shitty.
team.
It's not.
He was already
Eckler's not a
questionable.
bad backup. Though.
He's not, but he was already questionable. And let's be honest, you did need to play him against the Cardinals. But I'm sure he wanted to play, and was like, "Oh, come on, let me play." And
At home,
went out to
though?
the Blues. You didn't need to play him against the Cardinals. Yeah. You could have played fucking one of us at running back.
It's true. I did do the 50-mile 50%.
Participation medal. You saw it here.
He did the third part of this one.
Thank you.
They got you, Bill.
Thank you. Yeah, suck it. All right.
or second weakest, depending on how you look at it.
It's not how to do it. All right. Broncos beat the Steelers. Steelers are in now a little tailspin now.
I feel like I called this one.
I don't
I think
know.
you did.
And I'm pretty sure I picked the Broncos at home. Mainly because of that defense.
The Broncos defense?
Yeah.
Or Steelers lack of?
No, Broncos defense is just good. Von Miller and what's his face opposite of him, Chubb.
Yeah.
They're two stalwarts at the ends. You can create pass rush. It just disrupts the whole timing of an offense. Steelers couldn't get it, even though Juju went off for that 97-yarder.
Fantasy squad.
I'm sure that was nice.
Oh yeah, my team went the fuck off. I scored like 240 this week. My team's gross. Because I got Luck, I had McCaffrey who shit fucking on everyone, Philip Lindsay who played good, and then I have Julio, Thielen, Juju, and Emmanuel Sanders. Like everyone on my team scored a touchdown.
Oh my gosh.
And Eric Ebron. My team's fucking gross.
We probably stole Eric Ebron too.
He was on the waiver wire.
Yeah, because he
Or
was
is
due
he
with
the
the
waiver
Lions
wire or
prior.
drafted like the last pick? Yeah.
Damn, I was fucking stealing.
And it worked out perfectly because now they put Jack Doyle back on IR this week. So
Well, that sucks because I was banking on the Steelers. No, they're the lost to the Chiefs.
I think they're still going to.
Never mind, they can't do it. Yeah, I agree. Let's see here. Colts eke out a win against the Dolphins. Colts coming. Colts creeping up.
I think they're the wild card spot now.
They are. They're the sixth spot.
And they
So what happens when Luck throws 3 touchdowns really every week? He's just looking.
I think he's pretty much a shoe-in for comeback player of the year.
Yeah, he's been pretty fucking good.
He's been better than Watson.
Watson's been good, but Luck has been better individually.
Yeah. Well, because I was the Texans out of there.
Yeah.
And he's got his team from just perennial poops to and the
Yeah,
wild card spot.
that's true. If Watson doesn't play, the Texans probably are still like a decent team because their defense is so good. If Luck doesn't play, the Colts probably don't win a game.
They're doo-doo. Alrighty. Vikings beat the Packers. I'm shocked. Really.
That was like one of those games where like whatever team lost was like going to be in a big hole
Yeah.
to make the playoffs.
And the Packers have a 3% chance, they said, after losing.
Yeah, they're on like 11th because they have that damn draw, so they're 4-6-1. So that even if they win their last 5, they'll be 9-6-1. You're going to need help. Now, there are a lot of division games like near the end of the year, so teams are going to be beating up on each other. But so you're going to need kind of like that right combination of teams winning and losing, and you're going to need some poopier teams to have some upset wins.
Yeah.
Sneak on in there because I don't see them passing the Bears. I don't see them passing the Vikings. So you're basically fighting for that last spot. Yeah.
I got to watch a lot of that game, and man, it just we talk about it a lot of the times, but it just looked really apparent in this game. Like Rodgers has no freaking help on that team. He's got no weapons. He's got nothing, and Minnesota was able to just shred his offensive line. Offensive line did take a couple of injuries in this game, so that didn't help the cause either. And then Minnesota just started running rampant on him because the Vikings offense didn't look great either. But the Vikings were able to basically just key in strictly on the pass because the run game was non-existent for Green Bay. And Xavier Rhodes is one of the best cover corners in the game. For Minnesota, they had him all over Adams, so Adams wasn't doing much. And that was all she wrote.
You need your rookies to step up. We're dropping balls up the right.
Yeah.
Target them like they're hot potatoes. Next game, Texans beat the Titans. That was a shocker.
Was it?
The Titans looked good to start, and then
They did.
They remembered that they were on the road.
That was my
Oh
first.
shit! Nashville?
Where's my 30? Where's my family? Where's my mama?
They're not good on the road.
I think my biggest flack is so LaFleur is the fucking offensive coordinator, and he's like king of like the. I think he was with the Chargers before, which is why, and they worked with Rivers because Rivers is the king of this. But they're like the king of like the dig and dunk throws, and like that works if you occasionally throw it deep, but we like never fucking throw it deep. Like they even talked about in the game, like they never let Mario like sling it. So like, and if he's not that great, then he's not that great, and let's change it. But you're not going to win games being like, well, this guy's shit throwing it more than 10 yards downfield. So let's just not throw more than 10 yards downfield. Yeah, we do.
We'll just accept it.
Even at the end, their play call was 3-yard pass,
Exactly.
incomplete, and now we'll throw a 20-yard.
Like,
Incomplete, shot.
Like, I'd rather just. He actually is more accurate on deep throws, and he was in college than he is on like the intermediate throws. But we never throw it deep, and I think I'd rather just open it up. I think there's a couple things that are wrong with Tennessee, which is I don't think Derrick Henry is as good as I or anybody thought.
Yeah.
He's just not.
I agree.
He gets,
Agree. He's on my waiver wire.
he doesn't have, a lot of the big backs still have the ability to like break out of arm tackles, like even when they're low. But I don't know if he just can't lift up his feet enough, but he gets a lot of like tackles where he just gets tripped up like super low that he can't even break through those. So, and no one's just going to try to tackle him up high because they're not idiots. I do like Jonnu Smith. I think he's very good, and he had a play in the game where he like flew down the field as a tight end. We are missing Delaney Walker, who's one of Mario's favorites, but other than Corey Davis, our receivers are dumb.
Yeah.
Corey Davis has looked good when he gets opportunities, but other than that, and he's always facing the best corner. It's just I feel like the offense is just too like plain Jane. Like everyone knows what we're gonna do. You don't have to game plan for us. We're gonna run it on first down. We're gonna run it at home.
Yeah.
We're gonna run it on first down. We're gonna run it on second down, and then we're gonna throw it on third. Unless it's like 3rd and 1, then we're gonna run it again.
Yeah.
So like the Texans do that. They literally blitz their first and second down every time. We got like 1 yard or none on runs, and it's 3rd and 9 every time. And then you can't beat the Texans with Mario 3rd and 9. He actually saved some plays just being able to scramble.
Yeah.
But you can't just let Clowney and fucking Watt pin their ears back on 3rd and 9 repeatedly all game and expect to win. So
yeah, pretty much.
It's just a lot of the play calling pissed me off on that. But Mario's not great, but I'd rather just have him suck ass trying to just win games than to just play conservative.
Yeah.
And lose.
Yeah. I mean, the Texans look good, though. They got Demaryius Thomas worked in now.
Is he good yet?
Him and Hopkins together is going to be ridiculous. And Lamar Miller actually looks like he has a step back. He was flying down the field on some of those plays. So
97-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
I'll admit it, because I labeled him and Blue as they're the combination of the Blues brothers, because he gave you blue balls. The most mediocre running back pair out there. But Miller broke out. Miller, he really had a good game. I was surprised. Then, of course, every time Blue was in there, he didn't do shit. He still got beat, but Miller looked good. I will say I was wrong on him.
So real quick, I forgot one thing about Keel is that SportsCenter NFL put on Instagram something about Andrew Luck throwing like 3 touchdowns in like his 9th straight game or whatever. Le'Veon Bell commented on it, could you only imagine, ... So people are speculating he might go to the Colts.
That'd be nice for Luck.
Who's their running back now? Marlon Mack?
Marlon Mack, and then they play like Nakeem Hines and like one Wilkins or something. Jordan Wilkins or something. So real quick, we'll get into games next week, but let's just go through the playoff picture real quick. I figured you could recap. So the NFC, New Orleans and the Rams are basically going to win their divisions. They're both 10-1. I mean, the next team in line for the New Orleans division is Carolina at 6-5. So they're basically ready to clinch. Rams are 10-1. The next team in their division is Seattle 6-5. I don't even see you on here. Where the fuck is Seattle even at?
NFC West?
Where's Seattle on this list?
They're
not there.
They're not there.
There says there's 16 teams. Where are they? Apparently they're 7th and they're just disappearing. Because they're 6 and 8, so they're apparently 7th. So they're 6-5 as well. They must have the same record.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
6 and
6-5.
5.
Yeah. So they're 6-5. So they're basically Rams and New Orleans are in. You got the Bears at 8-3 in 3rd, and you got Dallas at 6-5. I think that's kind of where. I think those 4 is basically how it's going to be. The only one I could see flopping is maybe Minnesota and the Bears, only because although the Minnesota has 2 less losses or 2 less wins, they're only 1 loss difference in the loss column.
I was going to say.
I think you guys are done playing them, aren't you?
Minnesota, no.
We'll play one more time.
We'll play one more time. The only team we're done playing in our division is the Lions. So we played them twice.
The Packers, yeah.
Yeah, we had the Packers and the Vikings.
Yeah, Bears play the Giants, who they'll poop on. And then you guys have the Rams.
We get the Rams. That'll be our true test.
You actually have the Packers at home, so you have to go to the Vikings. So you got 2 division games left, so we'll see. I think Minnesota's the only one to really see flopping. I just don't see Washington having enough to get to Dallas. Philly is 5-6, so maybe, but it's not quite that good.
I mean, they might get some help because I don't know what Dallas' schedule is, but I know they have the Saints.
Yeah. So you've got Minnesota and Washington right now at 5-6. You got Seattle at 7-6-5, Carolina at 8-6-5, and then Philly at 5-6 in the 9th spot, and then Green Bay's 4-6-1.
They're definitely not out of it.
So I think the Redskins are the ones I would say are for sure not.
Yeah, I
That
don't,
won't be
I
won't
don't
be
see
there
them
in
keep
the end.
getting those wins to stay in.
Philly and Dallas, I'm sure probably have another game where they have to play each other. Obviously, Carolina is going to have the tough road because they're going to have to play the Saints. And Atlanta, as though they're not having a great year, it's all Atlanta's a team you can lose basically any point. So we're going to see what happens. I think the NFC is a little more clear than the AFC. You have the Chiefs, who are basically what?
Orange Bowl is in the Sun Bowl. How the fuck did they pull that off?
That's the Outback Bowl.
No, the Outback Bowl was one under it. They said the Sun Bowl was in Orange Bowl in El Paso. How the fuck did they pull that off?
I don't know.
They didn't say there will be no attendance at the Orange Bowl this year.
So AFC, you got the Chiefs. Chiefs are first 9-2. New England and Houston 2-3, both 8-3, and then you got Pittsburgh at 7-3. You got the Chargers in the first spot at 8-3. The top 5 are basically, I think, solidified in my mind.
Yeah.
So then you've got Baltimore is currently holding the last playoff spot right now at 6. I thought it was the Colts, but it's Baltimore 6-5. Then you've got the Colts at 6-5, and then you've got Miami, Cincinnati, Denver, and the Titans all 5-6. So basically, for the last playoff spot, you have 6 teams within one game of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. I do too. I think the Colts or Denver, I think, are the 2 teams that might go in there. The only thing, not to be a homer, but the Titans do play 4 of the last 5 at home. So doing the math, that's 9-7. So they have a chance, and they do get the Colts at home.
Now that you bring that up, I think like the fucking Seahawks have like their last 3 of their 4 games at home.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fucking see them in the Super Bowl.
So the only thing that gives me hope with the Titans is that they might have to just go to the left. They have the Jets at home, the Jags at home, the Giants on the road, and the Redskins at home. And then they play the Colts at home last game of the year.
Ew.
So they theoretically could win all 5 games, which would make them 10-6, which I think would probably be enough to get the last wild card, but we'll see. But they definitely had their harder schedule up front, so we'll see what happens. So week 13, tomorrow night, since we're doing this on Thursday, Saints at the Cowboys. Saints favored by 7.5. I'm still going Saints. They're just too good.
I'm going Saints.
And we've got Sunday morning, Ravens at the Falcons. Falcons are favored by a point. I'm going Falcons. Lamar Jackson just hasn't looked good. Not that the Falcons have either, but yeah, I'm going with the experience of the quarterback position and going Falcons.
Yeah, I think strictly for quarterback play alone, I'm going to take Atlanta. Lamar Jackson's ass. I've said it the whole time. I'm going to say it again. He's poop.
Ass for days. God.
For life. That's his motto.
Ass for life.
Eat ass for days.
Team ass eaters. Bang.
Falcon just soured me so much on them. I'll still take them, but that's such higher hopes for them. Falcons.
And we got Bears at the Giants. Bears favored by 4.5.
Ew. 4.5?
Ew.
Ew. God, give us some fucking respect.
Is Trubisky playing?
You thinking about this?
Is Trubisky playing? Yeah, I'm thinking of Trubisky playing.
He's slated to play, yes.
And I'm going Bears.
He's day-to-day at the moment.
Not that I think he's that great, but he's better than fucking Chase Daniel. So.
Yeah, Chase Daniel had like a 106 QBR, 2 touchdowns last week. I'm taking Bears.
Bears.
And you got the Bills at the Dolphins. Taking a nap during that. Taking a nap during that.
God. That's all
Miami favored by 4.5.
I'm surprised.
They played the Colts pretty decent. Taylor's back. I'm going Dolphins only because the Bills are also a team that typically plays good at home and not on the road. Dolphins are at home, favored by 4.5. I'm going Dolphins.
I'm taking Bills. Josh Allen's leading them on the road. Getting it done.
That's what I was going to say. I'm going to take your QB argument. I'm going to use that for the Bills.
I'm not sure that's a good standpoint.
My QB argument was the experience, and you picked the one that's least about experience.
No, I was talking about who's better QB. I don't even know who Miami's QB is. Is it Osweiler?
Oh, Ryan Tannehill. He's back.
Oh, Bills.
Then we got Broncos at the Bengals. Broncos favored by 5. I got to go Broncos because isn't Dalton out for the year, and now they're playing.
Yeah, he just got put on IR.
Driscoll.
Oh.
Jeff Driscoll, I think, is the quarterback, so I'm going Broncos.
They're playing a nobody. and the Broncos defense is gonna fucking gobble him up like nothing. Broncos.
Broncos should beat the Chargers. Yeah, everyone should be high on Broncos.
They just beat the Steelers.
What did I say?
Chargers.
Oh, the Steelers.
Who took a fucking fat dump on the Cardinals this week.
Yeah, what did I say?
just skip the next one.
Rams against the Lions. Rams only favored by a point.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding. It's 10 points.
It's like, what the fuck did we just say? It's like, what were the odds makers are just get kicked in the nuts repeatedly.
Rams favored by 10 points.
It's a 0, so I might as well not count.
They still don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I'm
They
putting this by 20.
put the decimal in the wrong spot. It should be favored by 100. I'm going Rams.
Yeah, Gurley going for 150 plus.
Rams, but what I'm hoping on top of a win is they finally had their bye. They know what the fuck is wrong with their defense, or I hope they do now. And if they don't hold the Lions to under 20, I'm already going to write them off for not winning the Super Bowl.
Do they know what's wrong with their defense? They keep giving us 20 plus.
Obviously not, because Peter still plays. But as much as I love the Rams, if they can't hold the Lions to under 20,
Lions got to pull it up.
I'm not even.
Bears on under 20%.
So,
I'm not saying our defense is as good as them, but on top of us shitting on them with offense, we should know what they're going to do, throw it, and we should be able to stop it.
quick question for you as a Rams fan. Well, side talk before we continue. Rams and Saints, they're both 10-1. You're coming down the home stretch. Let's say you both win this week. You both clinch your divisions. You got 4 games left. Would you rather the Rams sit their starters and just be like, okay, we'll take second, and they give them rest? Or do you want them to play all the games, hoping the Saints lose, so you can hold on? I think you guys are no, you're not in first right now, right? Because the Saints beat you. So, or you play them all, hoping the Saints lose, trying to get home field all the way through.
Saints, I believe, have the only team I'm scared of on our schedule is the Bears, right? So let's say theoretically they beat us, right? We have 2 losses, but the Saints, I know they have Carolina twice, and they have the Steelers.
Yeah.
And as much as I don't agree with it, everyone's talking about the Cowboys at home and all their defense and all they're so super hot. So I think that they have a higher potential of maybe losing more than one game going down the stretch. So I say they still keep playing them. Because also,
Is that what you want or what you think?
that is what I want, because McVay tried that, rest the starters for the last game, even though we still had a chance to clinch a first round bye. He chose to just opt out of it. I think the Saints had to lose again. I don't know. There was a scenario where had we won and someone lost, we could have clinched the second seed. He didn't take it. We did our first playoff game, shit the bed at home, and so I don't want him to do that, especially for more than one game.
I'm with you. I think while you guys are neck and neck and you're tied, I think you keep playing them, because I don't think you want to go to New Orleans and have to play an NFC Championship game.
What I will say, had we not lost Cup, and we knew he was still iffy because he had already had a knee injury, and I don't think they rushed him, but they still played him, I would have sat him to try to avoid what eventually did happen to him. Of course, you can't see the future and see that happening, but if there was someone questionable, them I would sit if they're starting.
So fair. We'll see what happens. It's not very often you have 2 10-1 teams going into week 13. So
I'm just gonna give you shit. I don't think the Bears there for respect. I'm not gonna pick them, but they are a good team.
Then we've got Colts at the Jags. Colts favored by 4. Luck's just playing too good, and the Jags are getting shredded by Josh Allen, so I'm going Colts.
There. Colts. Luck's throwing 4 TDs this week.
I thought that was a good game, but I was thinking of last year's Jags.
Then we got Browns at the Texans. Browns are 4-6-1. 4 wins might be the most wins they've had.
It is, because Hugh Jackson's career was 3-30 something.
Jeez. I was about to say 4 might be more than they've had the last 3 seasons combined.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It absolutely is.
So they're Houston's favored by 5.5. Oh, as good as the
actually, before Hugh Jackson, that was their 0-16. So yeah, it is.
It's relative. It's relative with the Browns, but they're playing a lot better than we would expect when it's still going Texans.
Yeah, as much as I like the path the Browns are on right now, I think Houston's is really playing lights out. Defense is solid. Deshaun Watson's really kind of getting his footing under him with that offense. I'm taking Houston.
Yeah, if Baker really wants to put the final nail in the coffin and Hugh Jackson, he'll come out and he'll win, but I don't think he will. So I'm gonna go Texans.
Oh God, if they win, he's gonna take a fucking
He's
like
gonna reign
fathead of Hugh Jackson and just fucking teabag it at the
Mhm.
press conference.
So
and still.
the Browns have a tough schedule down the stretch. They have Texans, Panthers, Broncos, then they've got Bengals, Ravens at the end of the year.
They don't have a good stretch ahead of them.
Bengals
Those
is
three
the only
games,
game
like,
I think they'll be
Win?
favored to win because they get to play the Bengals at home.
Yeah, they just fucking took.
But they're
Shit on
basically at the Texans, Panthers at home, then they're at the Broncos and at the Ravens.
Ugh. Not favorable.
And you got Panthers at the Bucks. Geez, Carolina needed this game just to rate the ship. Carolina favored by 3.5, but I'm going Carolina.
They're at the Bucks.
Yeah.
We just got done murdering.
I'm gonna take an upset pick. I'm taking Tampa. Tampa, as much as they lose, they fucking move the ball, and the Panthers are not looking good the past couple of games. Divisional games are always tough. I'm gonna take Tampa. That's a tough one.
I just can never pick one.
I don't want to, but
Sure, because McCaffrey, he was on fire.
He's been incredible.
And they still put up big points. It's just, of course, you gotta put up more. That's how winning works. Yeah, I'm gonna go Carolina. I like Carolina.
Then we've got the closest game of the week, Chiefs at the Raiders. Chiefs favored by 15. I'm going Chiefs.
Mahomes 6 touchdowns, guaranteed.
Track game. Chiefs.
49ers at the Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 9.5. I'm going Seahawks.
Seattle, they're super tough at home.
Yeah, I want a
San
team
Francisco sucks.
to fucking beat them. It's obviously not this week. I thought it was gonna be last week. I was wrong. Seahawks.
Well, they got the Vikings after that, and they got the Niners again. But then they've got the Chiefs still.
Ooh.
So they've got Vikings and Chiefs. Their last 5 games, they either play a phenomenal team or dump because they go Niners, Vikings, Niners, Chiefs, and then Cardinals. So
Good. You know what is that Chiefs Seahawks game? Because I would love to watch that one. That's actually a big test for Mahomes right there.
it's currently slated for a Sunday night game.
Yeah, it should stay that
That's
way.
good. Sunday night. It's a Sunday 2 days before Christmas, 23rd.
That is a big test for Mahomes.
And the one they play the Vikings next week is the Monday night game. So you'll get to see both good Seahawks.
Okay, I don't want to see them that often.
So, and you've got Vikings at the Patriots.
Ooh. And Patriots.
Patriots favored by 5. Patriots are susceptible, but
Gronk's back.
Gronk's back, and they normally get up for when they have to play good teams. So I'm going Patriots.
I think Rex Burkhead's back too.
They are.
I think the sole factor that Gronk is back is enough to tip the scales for me. Brady's a completely different quarterback. I think they were saying in the Jets game, his QBR is like 25 points higher when Gronk is in the game.
It's just Gronk just takes so much attention. You just can't help but look at him as he's running around the field. He's just so massive.
Mountain Monster, yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Lily.
To New England too.
Sunday night, this is the game of the week. Sunday night, Chargers at the Steelers. Steelers favored by 3.5.
I'm surprised they're favored, to be honest.
Well, they're at home,
They're at
so you get
home.
your 3, so like half a point, basically. They essentially have the same record. I get 8-3, 7-3-1. The same amount of losses. God, Steelers do
Chargers are 8-3.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for fucking KC, they'd be running their division.
Yeah.
2 of their losses, I think, are to you and Kansas City, and then Denver. Those are their 3 losses.
It's not a bad loss either.
Steelers are they play good in prime time, though. And they play good at home in the cold. And I don't know if Philip Rivers plays good in the cold. Coming from San Diego. Well, I guess LA.
He was in San Diego.
I'm going Steelers. I think the thing that helps the Steelers is that the Chargers have, I can't remember, who's their number 1 corner?
Chargers?
Yeah. Whoever their number 1 corner is incredible. I can't remember his name.
What else?
That's a disservice. He plays for the Ravens.
Oh, he does.
Wow,
Yeah,
But the Steelers have the Steelers they score a lot of points sometimes because even if you shut Antonio Brown down, which no team really ever does, Juju Smith-Schuster is so good that it's hard for your second guy to cover him. He's so damn fast. And Connor's been good. Their defense is playing better. They have TJ Watt. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, he's one of the league leaders in sacks.
Yeah, he's been playing phenomenal. So I'm going to go Steelers at home. In the cold. It's going to be cold Sunday night.
Yeah, I'm going to take Pittsburgh as well. As much as I like the way the Chargers are playing, I think that at home, cold weather, it's going to be down and dirty, nitty gritty football. That's Steelers football, so they're taking it.
Just remember, 20 seconds ago, Melvin Gordon now
Mm-hmm.
does not help the Chargers.
Not when you need to run in the cold.
Yep.
Exactly, because Austin Eckler, he's more of a pass catching running back.
Yep.
I'm gonna take Steelers.
And then Monday night, Redskins at the Eagles. Eagles favored by 6.5.
So pretty much whoever wins is the one that's gonna fight Dallas for the spot.
Basically, I think it's gonna be the Eagles. I think they win this game, which would make both the Eagles and the Redskins 6-6. And if the Cowboys do lose to the Saints, then you'll have all three of those teams will be 6-6, buying it out. The last
fighting for that 8-8
for the division.
I'm gonna take Eagles. I just think the Redskins are just too many wheels are falling off the wagon.
Yeah, again, you lose your QB. No one likes to say it, and sure, the Eagles won with Foles, but Foles was an anomaly. He was a starter. Yeah, I don't see the Redskins. I don't know their schedule. I don't see them winning any more than one more game versus season.
The Eagles' schedule is tough.
Yeah, they play us. But that's the only one I know.
So the Redskins have the Eagles, and then they play the Giants, and then they play the Jags, and then they play Tennessee, and then they play the Eagles. So it's different. Eagles, Tennessee, they've got an easier schedule. Philly has the Redskins at home, then they play at Dallas, at the Rams, then they play the Texans, and then they play at Washington the last game of the year. The Cowboys, they must end with the Giants, then, which will help them. The Cowboys have the Saints, and then the Eagles, and then the Colts on the road. Then they play the Bucks, and then the Giants. So the Eagles, while I think they're going to challenge Dallas, I don't think they're going to beat the Rams, and I don't think they're going to beat the Texans, which means they have to beat the Redskins twice, and they have to win in Dallas the week after this week in order to have a chance. Because I don't see Dallas losing. Dallas is probably going to lose to the Saints, and then maybe the Colts, but I don't see them losing to the Bucks or the Giants. So if they beat you on the 9th, then the Cowboys will probably end up winning the division. The Redskins have the easiest schedule the rest of the way, just no Alex Smith is going to suck.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I think that's what everyone. I mean, that's again, that just sucks. When QB goes down, that's pretty much the end of the season.
Sad thing is, though, is that I believe if the Giants somehow won their last 5, which they won't because they have the Bears this week. So they have Bears, Redskins, Titans, Colts, Cowboys. They probably have the toughest one left. But they could technically also be 8-8.
But they suck, so no one cares.
Yeah. Pretty much. I think the Cowboys win the division. The Eagles are going to have a must win on the 9th, and they're going to need to figure shit out on defense. Yeah. They can't stop the pass right now, so either way.
They figure their shit on offense. They can barely score.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have no run game. I mean, that's no fault of Wentz. Wentz himself isn't
playing.
Well,
Adams has been looking good.
This past game, he looked good. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But he's an untapped. He's an unknown, I guess, because you don't know what he's going to do this next game now.
And Ertz is always good. It's just they need to find some production from Jeffrey, and I mean they got Golden Tate, and I haven't heard anything from him. So
yeah,
Jeffrey Aguilar, yeah, they got Tate. They got a good little man. They got Matthews back.
They got some weapons. They just their offensive line sucks ass. And they have no run game to offset what they want to do in the pass game. So everybody's just keying in, and Wentz is not mobile or as mobile as he was last year. So
that's pretty sad if that's really what it is. Like he doesn't get hit again because that's a mental thing that probably can ruin his career if he doesn't get out of it.
He's not a good enough pocket passer to make up for that.
Yeah, because last year he was on fire.
He needs to be run, but he needs to be smart about it. He needs to just slide. Yeah, I mean it's gonna piss people. It's gonna piss people off sometimes, but you just really got to be. You can't push it unless it's like a 4th down in the game read that you need to win.
Yeah, you just got to be smarter.
Yes.
Take the slide. If anybody touches you, you get the easy flag. And just go from there.
Although the play he got injured last year, he got a touchdown off of it.
Probably was fighting for it. Or if he would have just slid, and then they could have just ran it in a couple yards out, a couple plays. So
that's true. So time I think. Did they have a Jai last year?
Yeah, they did.
They did. Yeah. Well, Jai and Blunt. Right? Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Either of them would have been able to run it. So
yeah, fucking Blunt is a freight train. He also likes to punch Boise State players.
But let's look at draft with the NFL, but that's none of my business. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up.
You're wrapping it up. You're the one that started this.
All for one. We
wrap it up.
There we go. That's the end of episode 13, Double digits. Ooh, 13.
I
We've
like
been
that.
in double digits for the past 3 episodes.
I'm just so excited about it. I'm surprised. I'm
Lucky
surprised.
number 13.
Lucky number 13. Well, anyways, comment, like, subscribe. I don't remember any of our things. That's TJ's job, but hopefully it's around here somewhere.
Well, it's at the same thing for all of them at Podcast Potatoes
Is it?
for all of our pages.
That's
Yep.
way easier to remember. That was different every single one.
They're all
No,
the
it's
same.
literally the exact same. They've been the exact same the entire time we've been doing this.
Again, 13. I don't know that. Podcast Potatoes. And thank you for joining us. Hopefully you'll join us next week. Hope you had a good